So let's open our sign in and sign up component. Let's import our new sign up component into this component. Components, sign up component. And then let's just place it underneath our sign in. Now, in order for our component to sit side by side, we need to apply some styles. So let's go to our style sheet and let's do sign in and sign up class with the style where the width is 850 pixels. And then we want to display a flex, and we want to justify content space between. And then we want to also make it so that our margin on the left and the right is automatic. So we'll do a margin top and bottom of, let's say 30 pixels for now, and then auto. And now if we save and we go back to our component, we see that we have our sign in and sign up now. Now, let's actually see if we're actually saving this user profile the way that we expect it to. Let's go to our app.js and let's just console.log the state whenever it changes. And now let's open up our terminal. So we currently have a user, right? We have our current user, which is set to this. Whoa, and then we have a user being set. We might have accidentally did this. Oh, we've got to change this current user. It's a little mistake we made earlier. Okay. So now our current user is set because we are signed in. So let's sign out. Let's refresh. And now let's create our new account. So I'm going to use, let's say, just a random account. It doesn't actually matter. Whoops. Wrong value. Display name, I'm going to call me Mike. I'm going to use michael@gmail.com. Password will be 1234, 1234, and then 1234. Now let's see if we try it, right? If we have the wrong password, we'll get the alert that says passwords don't match, which is what we want. So 1234 for correct password. And now if we hit sign up, we get a 400, auth operation not allowed. We did not enable email and password in our authentication. So just as we did earlier with the Google sign-in, we got to do the same thing with our email and password. So here, we just have to enable it, and we just hit save. Email link password list will actually send an email to that email that they provide. And then if you click confirm, it will automatically authenticate them. But we don't want that. So let's try again. And there we go. It fired a couple times, right? But there is our current user object. Created app, they use a different timestamp than our created at date object, right? But there we go. Display name, email, and then the ID. And now if we look inside of our database, right? If we look in our auth, let's not look at our database yet. In our auth, we see that we have this Michael user where the provider they signed in with was the email. But if we check our database, we'll see that we now have a third user, which is the one that we just made right here. Let's just delete this user that we wrote manually. And we can do this by hitting right here, delete document. This is for the user that we manually created. And now we have two users, one created by our email and password and one created by Google. Now let's commit our code before we finally implement sign-in with email and password. Now, let's check git status. Okay, let's git add all our stuff, and we'll write a commit message that says implemented Firebase utils included ability to store authenticated users into our Firestore database. And then we'll push this up to master and continue with the next lesson.